Welcome everyone! Whoa, it's been a long time waiting, hasn't it? I tried to film this video in December, and as you'll see coming up, things happened, which slowed me down. But here we are, finally, me making an I don't know how long this video is going to be, trying to justify the worst financial decision I've made in a long time. Let's rank the Swap Force Skylanders, baby! Woo! Woo! Alright, so, Swap Force, here's a bit of background. Actually, before I start, I thought I should bring this up. Yes, I do have a new profile picture and channel banner. I'm going to talk a lot more about it on Wednesday when I post a big channel update, but there are going to be a lot of big changes to the channel coming soon. So to reflect this, I wanted to change the profile picture because I was becoming fatigued of the Minecraft one, mostly because I couldn't use it. I'm going to start doing, I'll go into more detail later, but I'm going to start making more highly edited videos without my face. And to do that, I need something to represent me, and just throwing 4 Minecraft renders on screen really doesn't work. So Ingo, he's cool. He's the new channel mascot. Anyway, let's talk about Skylanders. Woo! Alright. Skylanders Swap Force is the best Skylanders game ever made, and the game I've put the most hours into. And I think the character design in this game is incredible most of the time. There are a few that I absolutely hate that we're going to go into, but overall, these are my favorite 16 Skylanders, probably. I have a lot of attachment to them, and even the 2 that I hate the most, I still like in comparison to the others. So, let's talk about them. Starting with the worst one, that I don't think I'll get that much backlash for, and I ain't going to turn around and grab them all throughout all this. So number 16, where is he? I knocked over. It's a painting or whatever. Number 16 is Gorilla Drilla. Gorilla Drilla sucks. He has the worst bottom swapper and probably the worst singular part out of any Skylander on the list. He is the embodiment of wasted potential. When you have a concept which is a gorilla who can transform his bottom half into a drill and has gear punchy hands, why do you make 2 of his specials summoning monkeys to dash at the opponent and placing landmines? This is the messiest concept on the entire list. There is absolutely no justification for why his only projectile move is summoning 2 monkeys to dash forward. And there's no justification for having your name be Drilla and never use it as a move in your list. Why do you have a dig move when a dig movement, I don't know what this is called. I'm going to call it a movement symbol. So why do you have a dig movement symbol if you have no moves that involve digging? You just place landmines and summon monkeys. If I was making the Skylander, I would make a Y attack that has... I play on Xbox, so I'm going to be calling their basic attack an X attack, their special a Y, and their bottom a B. So the Y attack should have been something where they beat their chest and make sound waves of life energy. Or just something to dig underground with the B attack. Just anything other than this garbage. I have been doing a Skylanders Nuzlocke, and I started with this guy as fodder, and I literally stopped playing him because I was so bored. He's the worst Swap Force on the list. Alright, that was 16. I gotta be careful grabbing them because, as you'll see coming up, that is the reason why this video has been delayed.
Things get messy.
Things get messy. Anyway, number 15. Rubble Arouser. This is probably who you all expected to be the worst. But no, I don't hate him. He's fine. He has a cool design, which is probably the best thing he's got going for him. But he is the embodiment of the slowness problem in Skylanders. The biggest problem in Skylanders is that there's not varied play styles. There's really just a chart of slow to fast. And that's about it. So when you have a really, really slow Skylander with no good projectiles and whose main playstyle is just sitting like a turtle and dealing damage, it is not fun to play, surprisingly. I will give him this. His bottom half is pretty useful, and I use it a lot because it dodges all, like, wave attacks. It was great when I was doing the Whiskers fight in Swap Force to dodge all the wave attacks. But other than that, he's just so utterly slow. And that's his biggest problem. If he had a mobility option or a really good projectile, he'd be great. But as it is now, just slow and underwhelming. Oh, no! I dropped this. I'll fix it later. I don't really care. Number 14. Spire Eyes. Yes. I don't like him. He's fine. He's okay. He has a lot of the Rubberizer problem of being very slow, having no mobility option, and having a really messy moveset. His top half is pretty good. He's pretty fun. He's pretty average, but top half is fine. The bottom half, however, is slow, is confused, his main move is he flies up in the air, drops landmines, and then dives back down. But then you can upgrade it to have a flamethrower on your way up. Yeah, it's really weird, and even the basic climbing move is really not useful. Because if I'm playing this guy, all I'm going to be doing is shooting his lasers and using, like, the webbing up move. So, I feel like if he had some kind of faster down B that gave... Not down B, that's smash. If it's some kind of faster B attack that made him move quicker, he'd be a lot better. But overall, very average, very lame. I like his top half. I use the top half a lot. Bottom half, very underwhelming. Number 13. This is one of the few that I have a special version of them. Rattle Shake. And I have Quick Draw Rattle Shake because I like this color so much more than the original. This fits the undead a lot better, and I really like it. And that's one of the best things about him. He has a really cool design. The gun move is really weird. Like, the whole spin... You charge it up, and then the snake spins around it. Weird. I do love the Bone Snake summon move. That is super cool. The whole getting a purple skin and then shedding it to absorb a hit being his final upgrade is really cool. But overall, he's really average. I don't like his jump. He's built as a jumping-based character, which is really weird. Like, both of the jump attribute characters have some kind of move that involves them jumping, but there's no aerial moves in Skylanders, which just leaves you being really weird. So yeah, overall, he's average. He's fine. He can deal a lot of poison damage and some cool combos if you set it up right. But overall, he's fine. I'm going to try to spend a lot less time on these middle-ear ones because we're already 8 minutes in and I've only talked about 4 Skylanders. So, number 12, Freeze Blade. Roll the clip. Look at this figure. Like, it looks fine on this, but whenever you take his head off, and hold on, let's just put him on Freeze Blade. Ah! What did I do? Crap! Freeze Blade's bottom came off in my hand, landed on my laptop, and that's why this video took 2 months, because I dropped Freeze Blade and shattered my laptop. So, yeah. Anyway, Freeze Blade. He's very cool. He was docked a few points for shattering my laptop. And also, yes, every time I say he's very cool, that is a pun. You're not being mistaken. Overall, I really like his Ice Blast move. That's probably his best move. But the Chakram is weird. He's a very fast, good backup Skylander, like, to swap off and use. But overall, in comparison to other Skylanders, he's really average when used together. I use his bottom half a lot because it's one of the best mobility Skylanders in the game. But overall, together, I never use his top half. I never use this. I shouldn't do that. That's how you broke it in the first place. That is how I broke it in the first place. So yeah, this, I never use them together. I only use the bottom half. So overall, number 12, he's fine. He's okay. He's good. He's fine. Number 11. This is the Skylander who I think embodies the all-rounder mixed playstyle the best, which is Night Shift. Night Shift, okay, he does have a really weird design. Like, I think they were going for a vampire, but then they gave him all these ghost things. Also elf ears, like what the heck? And then like troll fur, like what the heck is going on with this design? It's really weird. But he is the embodiment of all-rounder. He's got some really good long-range moves. He has some charging moves. He has a projectile. He has a teleport mobility option. He has a healing move, which is probably his best. This is the healing move is the reason you play him. He's one of the only Skylanders that can heal himself, which is really cool. The baddie ally thing is really weird and situational. And I never use it. Well, I do use it, but the fact that you don't get control over when it happens is really weird. So overall, he's fine. He's average. If you're playing Night Shift together, like, why would you not just play Hoot Loop? Like, take him apart. He's pretty fine. Both halves. This is a great healer. This is a great mobility. Together, he's fine. Just play Hoot Loop. My gosh. We're in the top 10, baby. Woo. Where is he? Number 10. Another all-rounder type character, Boom Jet. A while ago I had him a lot higher on the list, but then I played with him less and less and realized that he does kind of suck. Like, he's built as a projectile-built character. Like, he has the homing bomb things, he has the airstrikes, he has the jets of wind. So yeah, he has all that, but like, the bombs are really underwhelming and slow. The airstrike has a recharge time. So overall, the top half is really bad, and I never use it. But the reason he's this high is because the bottom half is one of the best Skylanders this entire game. This is one of the few Skylanders that has 2 different moves for their bottom half. And you know what? It worked out really well. I wish more Skylanders had this. He has a projectile if you just tap it, but if you double tap and hold, he has a jet move that's one of the best mobility options in the game, and if it's upgraded, can leave a trail around it like Blast Zone. The bottom half is incredible, and I use it all the time. Top half just really drags them down. So yeah, number 10. He's fine. He's good. Alright, number 9. We got Fire Kraken. And yes, I have Jade Fire Kraken. Thank you, Gavin. Yeah, he's cool. I like the Jade form a lot more than the original. I think we need more Fire Skylanders that aren't just red, orange, yellow, or black. So having like a bright, glowing green one is really cool. His moveset is the embodiment of flashiness over function. But you know what? I like some flashiness every so often. This character is the most casual fun one in the game. I would never use this in my Nuzlocke if I'm super far in the game, but he's a really fun, casual fun character. He has a lot of explosion moves, he has a lot of fireworks. His main move is called the big one, where you charge up for a second and then over time his tail fuse slowly lights out and there's an enormous explosion, which is really weird and really hard to set up, but if you can pull it off, it is unbelievably powerful. But overall, yeah, he just feels pretty weak in comparison to the others. He could have really used a projectile. The jumping thing is weird, like I said, with Rattleshake. Overall, he's good, he's fine, he's flashiness over function. That's really how I describe him. Flashiness over function. Number 8, the worst financial decision I've made, by far, Doomstone. Why the heck is every other Skylander on this list $8 or $12, and this one is $25? My gosh, it's ridiculous. But, yeah, this is the middle of the list, and oh my gosh, is that correct? He is the most middling Skylander here. He really is just better Chop Chop, to be honest, with the shield and the sword thing. I will say, his bottom half is the biggest lie in this video game. Because on the figure, he has all this, like, tornado stuff. No, he doesn't. In-game, it's just a few rocks stacked on top of each other, which is the biggest lie I've ever seen, and I feel gaslit. His bottom half's pretty fun, but it's just really average and lame. Took you long enough. His charging X move is really slow, and his shield is really situational. So overall, he could have really benefited for a more well-thought-out moveset, but I still like him. I play him from time to time. He's fun. I think he really could have used a second B attack, like Boom Jet or Trap Shadow. Maybe a double B move where he spins some rocks around him and forms a tornado, and then launches them in a few directions. Or something like that makes him more rock-like. He has a really good design, which I like. He's one of the best looking Skylanders. Like, I'm gonna use him for years and years to come, sitting behind me, because he's really cool looking. But overall, he's fine. He could have really used a second bottom attack, maybe a mobility option, maybe a projectile. Just anything else. Overall, I play as him. He's cool. That's about it. Number 7, Stink Bomb. Stink Bomb was originally number 5 on the list, and then he got dropped down because I realized, man, he really just is Stealth Elf, but with more projectiles, isn't he? And Stealth Elf is kind of lame, I will be honest. But yeah, I really like the Shuriken move. One of the best projectiles in this game. And when it charges up and it has the ring of shurikens around him, mwah, perfect. He is the most combo character in this game. Where if you're thinking Skylanders combos, I'm not talking about like the repeated hits on an opponent like in other games. I'm talking about making a setup that can deal crazy damage. My go-to setup is set up a Stink Cloud, poison the opponent with the Palm Strike, set up the ring of shurikens around you, and spam shurikens, and you can destroy bosses in seconds. He's really good if you set him up correctly, and that's probably why he's this high on the list. He's amazing at boss fights. Overall, his top half is a really good swapper I use a lot. The bottom half's kind of lame. Any stealth moves in the game are always good. Overall, yeah, he's pretty good. The Palm Strike is a weird choice, but overall, I think it paid off pretty well. So yeah, number 7, Stink Bomb. He's fine. He's okay. All right, number 6. I gotta be careful with this one, because this is the one that also broke my laptop. It was also involved in breaking my laptop. Trap Shadow. Trap Shadow is very cool. He's probably the best Skylander on the list that I would never swap, because his moveset just works so well together that I'd never take it apart and use it as different. And also, okay, gotta be careful here. This is the point I was trying to make when I shattered the laptop. The top half is really weird as a figure. Because, like, look at him here. Looks fine, looks normal. If I just, like, put him on top of Hoot Loop, it's so weird. He's massive on the top half. I don't know why. He's just enormous. So, yeah, the figure's kind of weird. But overall, he's really cool. Has a really good design. Like I said with Stink Bomb, stealth moves are always good. I love the trap Y attack. More trap and combo characters are always good. The fact is 2 B attacks is incredible, with the shadow kick thing and the turning invisible stealth. Good. The claw attack is kind of lame, but you know, I don't know what else they'd give him. He's probably the best slow tanky character. Like, this is how Rubble Rouser should feel to play. Like, I never am running around quickly with Trap Shadow. I'm always staying at my distance, playing slow, playing smart, because that's the point of him. You gotta throw a trap in, turn invisible, walk up, deal some crazy slash damage, turn invisible, get away. He's a slow, calculated, fun playstyle that I really like. We're in the top 5, baby. Number 5 is Hoot Loop. And yes, I have Enchanted Hoot Loop, which I literally didn't know was a different color until when I was researching making this video. I thought it was just normal. But, yeah, Hoot Loop. Very fast playstyle, which I always love. When you fully upgrade his magic light attack, you can like just spam lasers as much as possible and cover the entire arena with them, and they all home in on opponents, and it's really good. I kicked the camera. I'm sorry. The hypnotism move is good and deals some big damage. The teleportation literally is the best mobility option in the entire video game. I use it all of the time. He's crazy good. One of the most fun playstyles in the game. What can I say? He's another Skylander I use a lot separately and a lot less together. So he's good, he's fine, and I like him. Alright. If you've looked behind me at any point in the last few weeks, you've seen the top 4 because I have them in order on the shelf from favorite to least favorite. So number 4 is Magna Charge. Ooh. Yep, Magna Charge. The weirdest playstyle in the entire game. Which, you know what, I can appreciate. I love my weird playstyles every so often. First of all, he has an amazing design. Like, look how cool this is. I was so excited to get him because I've loved this design for years and I haven't had him. So I'm so glad that I finally got him. His whole playstyle revolves around magnetism, which makes sense. But like grabbing opponents and putting them on top of his head to throw at other people. Grabbing opponents with his beam attack and dragging him behind him to then launch his projectiles. Really weird. Sounds like it wouldn't work. And then it does. Like, the fact that he can just bring all of the gold on the screen to himself by using one of his magnet moves, sold. That's incredible. What his bottom half has one of the best mobility things in the game, which the mobility option is also a good move. Incredible. Fast, fun, weird playstyle. And you know what? The gun overheating was a really weird last-minute decision, but the fact that when it overheats, you can use a fireball attack afterwards makes it worth it. So Magna Charge, weirdest character in the game. I love it. Holy crap, what happened to Spyrise? When you see what they could have done with the tech element, what happened with Spyrise? Number 3, the Skylander I've had and played for the longest time, Washbuckler. This is the mascot of Swap Force, and for good reason. He's really good. He's pretty much everyone's starter Skylander in Swap Force, and you can see why. He's great. He is the embodiment of an all-rounder. Like, there's other characters which are much faster and speedier, or weird, or tanky. This is your all-rounder. This is like Night Shift. He has a really good standard close-range melee attack. He has a great projectile with the bubble gun. He has a second good projectile with the ink squirt thing. He has a great mobility option where he just does the flip forward. The spinning attack is really good for dealing big damage. The summoning a ship is incredible. What else do I have to say? It's Washbuckler. We all love him. He's great. He's one of the best designed Skylanders in the game. He's great. We all love him. Now let me say, this top 2 was incredibly hard to pick. So on one hand, we've had the Skylander I've probably played for the longest, and on the other hand, we have probably my favorite moveset in the game. So I had to decide, should I let nostalgia decide who I let win, or should I go with the best moveset in the game? I let nostalgia win. Number 2 is Free Ranger. Free Ranger, first of all, favorite design in the whole game. This is awesome. Holy crap. So, the best looking figure in the game. I love this pose. He is your speedy, fast slasher type character, and that fits so well. The main strategy with him is to stun with his lightning attack, charge up the blade flurry, and then slash the crap out of him. The fact that you can break opponents out of the shielded state with the tornado move is really good. The tornado move is an amazing mobility option. Normally, I would have said that he probably could have used a second V attack, but no, the tornado does enough on its own that it is great. It's a mobility option. It breaks shield. It does big damage. It throws opponents away and stuns them kind of for a bit. He is so fun. Great projectile, great close-up quarters, amazing playstyle, fast, fun. How could you not love Free Ranger? He's so cool. And if I hadn't played number 1 for that many years that I have, Free Ranger would be number 1. Oh my gosh, he's so cool. However, number 1, if you've seen my new channel banner, you know who it is. I've played him for so many years now. One of my favorite fictional characters in fiction, I'll be honest. Number 1 is Blast Zone. I'm not going to say much for Blast Zone because most of it's nostalgia, but oh my gosh, great projectile, great up-close fire breath move, the best mobility option in the game, fight me, leaves trails behind him, can set up a giant fire shield around him to block damage. He's fast, he's strong, he can do everything any other Skylander can. What else do I have to say? It's Blast Zone. He's incredible. He's amazing. I love him. He's probably forever going to be my favorite Skylander because he's awesome. And he has a good design. That's always good for Skylanders. I will say his figure is kind of lame, though. He could have had a much cooler pose in his figure. But that's my list. Holy crap, I'm so happy I'm finally done with this video. My gosh, I've been waiting to make this video for months now. And the fact that I finally finished it just, weight off my chest. Oh, it's great. Oh, I love it. Thank you all for watching my incessant ramblings over Skylanders. I'm going to hold Free Ranger while I do this outro because he's cool. That's about all I got to say. Please tune back in on Wednesday, because the video I'm going to make on Wednesday is very important for the channel. Please watch it. Big updates are coming. Woo. Bye. Keep calm, hate Corin. See you later. Bye.